Now, for those of you who are new to the transmissions, if this is the first time you've attended the transmission, the way the transmission tends to work is we will go into a meditation. We'll take a little bit of time to set the energy and go into a meditation together. And then I'll begin to see things energetically in my mind's eye. And what will happen is I'll begin to describe what I'm seeing. I'll explain what I'm seeing as if I'm reporting on a scene, like a reporter on the news. And I'll explain the energy that I'm seeing. And it's really to guide the journey and the process. Sometimes people will experience seeing the exact same things that I'm describing even before I say them, which is always profound and confirming when it happens. But it's interesting how energy is and how that works. But as we go through the experience, if you kind of drift off or you lose contact with the words, don't worry about that. Just let yourself go into the experience, because sometimes the energy will take you even deeper. And the words are really just a vector or a guiding force to kind of move the meditation along. And then what will happen is we'll get to a point in the transmission, often, every time I've ever done one, where the Sirians will then come in and they will deliver a channeled message that may be specific to the energy of the times we're in, or the topic and the conversation that is the theme for the particular transmission, or both. And then after the channeled message, then we'll slowly come out of the meditation and then we'll relax. Now, the way I like to do it is, if sometimes people are so deeply into the meditation that they really want to stay there for a period of time, even after we're done. So towards the end of the meditation, if you really want to stay in that meditative space, just allow yourself to stay there. You don't have to come back and join the group at the end of the meditation if you really want to stay in that space. But then towards the end, I will say, you can come on back if you want to now, and we'll kind of talk our way out of the meditation for those who want to stop the experience at that point. And then I'll usually stay around and just watch the comments box and things at the end for a little while as people just sign off and go back or leave the transmission or leave the evening. Now, I forgot to go over a couple of things. Normally I do this at the end before the break, but I just wanted to I'll take 2 minutes here quickly to do it. If there's questions that arise around the Unity field work, the practitioner work, if you want to find a practitioner, maybe to have sessions in Unity field healing with, all of these things are available on the website. And this is the front face of the Unity field healing website. But it's also where you will find all of the information related to the Sirian Blue transmissions. So you'll see here a tab, Sirian Blue White Collective. And if you click the arrow, it'll open a box and you'll see 4 pages here. There's a page that talks about the Sirians. There's a page that talks about the transmissions. On this page is a listing of all the recorded transmissions to date, and I keep adding new ones as they happen. Now, it's not the whole presentation, it's just the last hour, the part that we're going to go into now. But I make those freely available after the events to anybody who wants to attune to the energy and the experience. And so they're available there. And then this page is a type out of the channeled portion of the message. So Karen will type out all the actual channeled messages after each transmission, and then I'll upload it to the website so you can see it in print form if you would like to do that. So I just want you to know all of that is there. And then of course there's all the things, the products related to the work and the store, the beautiful bracelets that Tracy makes, all of the essences, my book, the Unity Field Healing book, everything is available on the website. And people sometimes will ask about the dates for the practitioner training. So the next ones that we have coming up are all online, and we've set up trainings this year. Sorry, as I get ready to go into the transmission, it's hard to talk and communicate. As we go, the next 3 transmissions are set for May, June, and July, and they're all online practitioner training programs, and they're timed for different parts of the world. So instead of having them timed for 9 a.m. in the morning here on the East Coast of North America, there's one that's timed for 9 a.m. Sydney time, or 9 a.m. London time, or 9 a.m. West Coast time, so say Vancouver or Los Angeles. And so they're timed at different points to make it easier for people to attend from different parts of the world. So this is the first time we've done this. So we're looking forward to those particular teachings. And we have 2 in-person teachings scheduled for the fall. So hopefully by then we'll be well enough through the COVID phenomena to be able to meet in groups again. And hopefully they'll be able to take place in person. Any of these events, of course, the information is there, but to register for anything, Sirian Transmissions, practitioner training, other seminars I'm doing, everything will always be on the events page. So if you go to that, you'll see direct access to links to take you to any kinds of registration that you ever want to do. The next cycle of transmissions have been announced, and so it will be the 15th of April, the 13th of May, and the 10th of June. And the names or the essence, the theme of the next 3 transmissions. The next one is Unity with the Mother and the Diamond Mother Template. And in May, it's Unity with the Heart of the Christos. And on the 10th of June, Unity with Divine Service through Presence. So the transmissions are taking an interesting direction for the next cycle. And I'm really excited myself to figure out what the Sirians are going to bring to us in each one of these particular transmissions. But they're open now for registration. And the way that we've designed it is there's series, we'll call them the winter series, although I'm aware it's actually summer in the Southern Hemisphere. But the winter series for us will be, this will complete the winter series. The next April, May, June, that block we'll call the spring series. And then we'll move into the summer series after that. So on each block of 3, we create a separate page on Regbox. So you'll be able to go to a page and register for any or all of the next 3 transmissions in one registration. Or if you do one, you can go back and register for the next transmission at any time. So we'll be including that in an email that we send out, and Tracy could put a link up for the registration in the chat box if people want it right away. And and if you go to the events tab, of course, they'll all be listed there. So you at any time can have access to that as well. All right, so let's move forward and we will move into the transmission. And I realized that I did not update this page. I thought I had. It's supposed to be March 18th, Unity with Metatronic Light. So forgive me. So we're going to go into this transmission the way I explained. We'll go into a meditation together, and then we'll go on a little journey and we'll see where we go. I can already feel the energy of the Metatronic energy kind of working in my body. It's making me dizzy and really hard to speak. So enough said. So let's now go into a space to begin to meditate together. So just close your eyes. And you can lay down, you can sit down, you can be in any position that you find comfortable. The most important thing through the transmission is to be able just to let yourself relax into the process of the experience. So however you're most comfortable and able to do that is perfectly fine. There's no right or wrong way. And just position yourself and close your eyes and just go inside now. Let your body relax, let your mind relax. Let your emotions relax. Just feel as if you're sinking into the depths of your own being. You're sinking inside of yourself. All your thoughts just dissipate away. All the emotions dissipate away. You feel like you're really centered in your own being, just in a state of presence, as a witness. And breathe in and breathe out. And breathe in. Breathe out. Just let yourself relax into the meditation. Breathe in and breathe out. And as each one of us begins to move into this deeper space of coherence within our own energy, our own being, the light inside your body begins to grow. It's almost as if I can see each one of us sitting around different points on the surface of the planet, and the light within your physical body begins to emanate, begins to enhance and get brighter. There's a beautiful light shining from the center of your heart into the auric field, or the space of energy around your physical body. And just allow your body to adjust to the changes in the energy. Let your body just relax into the energy. Just keep breathing in nice and slow. Breathe in and breathe out. We're just letting our bodies attune to the energy. You'll begin to feel flowing through your body. It's like a little current of energy. You'll probably feel this physically in your body. Maybe in your hands or your feet, or anywhere in your body. Like a little buzzing feeling or a little vibration. And you can feel how the energy is consciously there in your body. Become aware of it through this sensation. And you don't need to direct it in any way. Just allow yourself to acknowledge it, to register that that's happening. The energy continues to grow. It's being enhanced, almost like a little pump that's pushing the energy from inside your energy system, from your heart or from the center of you, into the space around you. With each heartbeat, with each pulse, more energy lifts, more energy rises through your body. And I'm being shown an image where we are all sitting on the surface of the earth in different geographical places around the earth. And each person is attuning to the energy in this way. And each person is kind of like an acupuncture point or a focus of light. And the energy that's emanating from each of us continues to grow, and it expands into such a space that we're all sitting on the surface of the earth in different locations, but we're connected by a communal field of energy that builds. And it's almost as if there's a beautiful cloud of light or field of light that builds around the planet. It creates like a surface or a covering around the surface of the earth, and we're all embedded in it, as if we represent a little anchor point within this field of energy, collective energy. And again, I'm just being shown the energy is still building. It's getting a little bit brighter, a little bit higher in intensity. We're all just sitting, allowing this to happen. And then a beautiful pyramid takes shape over the surface of the earth, and it's enormous in size. It's like the pyramid is the size of the earth herself. And this pyramid is sitting over the earth. And as it takes form, there's a beautiful light at the apex of the pyramid. It forms a brilliant diamond white starlight with a tinge of blue. It's a beautiful color. And it's shining at the very apex of the pyramid. And the pyramid is made of a very transparent energy or light. You can see right through it at this point. The only part that is illuminated is the apex at the very top. And then the perspective of energy is changing, or the perspective from which the energy is being seen is changing. I'm being shown the pyramid from above as if I'm looking at the top of the pyramid from a space above the pyramid, looking down upon it. And this light, as it sits at the top of the pyramid, is shining and pulsing. Little waves of light are moving down over the sides of the pyramid. And it's at first very gentle. They're little tiny pulses of light that are almost imperceptible. But you can see the reverberation of the light as it moves down over the side of the pyramid. And as we sit in consciousness under this structure, as the energy is pulsing in this way, you can feel each movement of energy creates a little pulse of energy within your energy. It's as if the energy is pulsing and you're receiving it in your energy body, and the energy moves through your body and you feel the energy moving through your system. And as we sit in this space, you can see the intensity of each pulse is getting a little bit brighter, a little bit bigger, but very, very gentle still. We're just being patient with the process as the energy pulses in this way. And we're just watching the light. It's still growing. It's a little bit brighter. And the light that's pulsing down over the sides of the pyramid begins to take on different colors, very subtle colors, like a yellow and a blue and an orange, like rainbow colors, but they're very subtle. And again, gentle pulsations, like a gentle water wave or a waterfall that moves down over the side of the pyramid. And with each pulse of energy, you can feel our body attuning to the energy and the vibration within the cells of your body being influenced by this higher vibrational experience. And as we attune to the energy, we can feel the intensity of the energy. Yet at the same time, we realize it is being introduced to us in a very gentle way. There's no rush, there's no sense of impatience. It's very gentle, and we're just allowing ourselves to attune to the experience. And you'll feel as the light pulses down your body, there's a gentle activation happening now in the crown chakra, the center at the top of the head. And as I look around at each person in the meditation, the crown chakra is being stimulated by the light that we're receiving through this experience. And you may feel this energy at the top of your head. You might feel a little vibration or a gentle movement of energy. You might feel the chakra open as the energy touches it in this way. And you can feel the energy moving down through your body, the way water will enter into the soil, and it just kind of penetrates into the structure of the body. And on a molecular level and an atomic level, you can see these fields of energy moving through the fabric of your body. And all the electrons, all of the structures in the body are being gently touched by this energy. And as we draw the energy down into our body more fully, as we continue on the journey, you can feel the energy is being drawn downwards, and you may feel your feet, the energy in your feet begins to vibrate. It's like a magnetic force. It's as if it's holding the energy in place, or holding your energy system in place to allow the energy to support you and to work with you this way. It's very gentle. It's like a texture of honey, or beautiful light just moving through your body. And you'll feel it moving down through your chest and through your heart, into your belly, into your legs. And you may feel the root chakra of the body being activated as the energy moves down in this way. Just let the chakra center open. Feel your connectedness to the earth. Let yourself hold this energy in this way. And as this happens, I can see another beautiful pyramid that rises as if from below us. And it forms another pyramid that's inverted or upside down. And the two pyramids come together into a structure that looks like an octahedron. It's an 8-sided pyramid where the two bases sit together. And there's a point up and a point down. And we're sitting inside this massive geometry of light that's encasing the entire planet and everybody in the meditation and the whole earth. And you can feel your energy field within your body expand into this space that's created by the pyramid. It's as if your energy becomes really, really big, really huge, like you're sitting in a space that's as big as the earth herself. And each one of us feels the same way. So we're all sitting in the middle of the pyramid as if our energy is expanding into the fullness of this octahedral pyramid. And just let your body adapt or acclimatize to the energy. And I hear a whisper in my ear, go slow, be gentle, go slow, be gentle. Just let your body receive this nice and slow, nice and gentle. And feel how your body is sinking into this experience, into the energy. And I'm being shown an experience as if I'm looking up through the top of the pyramid. But as I look up through the pyramid, it's almost as if a fabric of light or a veil of light is cut into. And through this veil of light, I can see into another dimension of light. And in this dimension, the background is really beautiful. It's like a deep purple, deep blue purple, like a nighttime indigo blue. And as I look into this space, there's a light that descends. It's a pattern of light that descends. And I can see within it the formation of circles. And it's like a geometry, very reminiscent of the Metatron's cube that we introduced tonight in the discussion. But this pattern is made of a luminous light. It's a beautiful starry white diamond light. It's white and silver, but it has flecks of every color. As you look at the rings or circles, you can see every color of the rainbow embedded within the energy. And as I look into the pattern, it takes form not just in a 2D way, but in a 3D way. And there's pulsations of light that move through it. And as this happens, different geometries are forming within the matrix of the structure. And we can see the various patterns that we might recognize, the double pyramid, the dodecahedron, the square, the shapes that we're familiar with, and the shapes that correspond to the sacred elemental forces that we were introduced to. And we really see how these structures are derivatives. They give rise through this master template, this pattern. And there's a pulse of light, like an energy that moves from within this structure, pulsing life and creation, patterns of creation into being as this happens. And as we see this pattern and the pulsations within it, you can feel an energy that's moving down as if you're being washed in the energy that's being created by what we're seeing in this vision experience. And you can feel the healing in the energy. There's the balm of healing that's contained in the energy. Just let your body feel it. Let yourself receive it and attune to the energy. There's nothing you need to do. Just be in the space and allow the energy to support you. And then breathe into your body. Just keep breathing. Don't forget to breathe. And as the pattern begins to become even more active, it's as if it's spinning in space. And as this happens, there's rays or emanations of light that flow from this pattern. And it flows through the space around it like it's moving through an invisible fabric. And we begin to understand that the light is moving through an unrecognized or an invisible field of energy that has its own structure, that has its own reality. And the energy, as it's moving through it, creates a dance of energy, like a galactic dance of energy. And all of a sudden, it's as if we've collectively made a transition and we're sitting together in this quantum space in a circle. And as we sit in the circle, we're all facing inward. And within the center of the circle is a light pattern that resembles the DNA molecule that's taking form. And we're just observing this structure and the field of light and energy that's moving around it. And we can see the circles and spirals of energy that move around the DNA molecule. And as this happens, the molecule is enhanced by the energy, or it becomes more vibrant or more alive. And it too begins to radiate an energy. You can feel there's a transmission, almost as if it's an attunement to this energy. And the DNA molecule begins to spin. And as this happens, there's a pulse of light that's radiating down from the Metatron's cube above us into the DNA molecule and radiating into the space around it. And the field of energy that's radiating from it becomes so big you can feel it move through your body and into the space around your body. And the energy continues to pulse downward from above and through this molecule in the center of the group, creating a space of energy in which there is a very specific resonance. And as we look around, it's almost as if this light can sing. You can feel an energy and a sound that's radiating from the light as it moves in this way. And we become aware of the power of the vibration or the energy in the light. And just let your body attune to that. Just let your body move into resonance with what we're seeing and sensing and experiencing. There's nothing to do, just sink into the experience and let yourself receive or attune to the energy. So it's a very gentle process. We're just observing as this energy is supporting us in this way. And then as I look above again at this peak of the pyramid, I can see a beautiful light. And the intensity of the light continues to grow. And it forms a beautiful ball of light, a beautiful white ball, whitish blue color. And the ball grows in size and it begins to move down over the surface of the pyramid, moving from a sphere into a torus, like a donut shape of structure. And it descends over the pyramid and it moves into a space that in the vision is behind us, forming a beautiful ring of light behind us. And as this happens, the light restructures, begins to dissipate and take form as if there is an individual light being standing behind each person in the meditation. And you may feel standing behind you this beautiful being of light. And they raise their hands and they place them on your shoulders. The right hand on your right shoulder, the left hand on your left shoulder. And as they do this, you can feel in your body this sense of ease, this sense of relaxation that begins to settle into your physical body. And as this is occurring, as I look into the middle of the circle, there's a beautiful field of quantum energy, again shaped like a double octahedron, positioned in the middle of the circle that is coming to life. It's as if the light in this structure is dancing in a very magical way. And you can feel from the structure a beautiful light that's emanating and radiating outwards. You feel it move through your body. And again, just breathe into the experience, breathe into the energy. And you can feel that each one of us is being held by the light being, by the spirit that's with us to help us hold this energy. We realize it's an intensity, an energy that we're not used to feeling or carrying in the physical body in some way. You just feel the support that's being given simply to let us hold the energy in our physical form. And you breathe into that, breathe into your body. And the hands of the light beings behind us move back from our shoulders to their sides. And they melt into this ring of light. They become one common field of light that forms a ring of light around us. And as they make this transition into this aspect of energy, it begins to spin in a circle, like the energy is being accelerated behind us. But even though the energy is moving fast, we can feel how powerfully gentle it is. And we sit collectively in this space for a moment. And as we take this position in honor and in respect of all that we've experienced, I can see coming before me a field of light and energy, forming a beautiful clover-like geometry and a column of light that shines down from this space. And as this structure takes shape in this way, I become aware of the presence of the Sirian beings in this energy. And they prepare to speak to us, to deliver a message that is timely and pertinent to the moment at hand. And as I merge with this energy field in oneness, I can feel the presence of the Sirian beings with us. They step into the space of this transmission, And they come forward at this time to say, dearest beings of light, we come before you and we join with you in this experience, this special transmission meditation that forms an introduction to the quantum field of Metatronic Light. We say to you, this is but a taste of a fuller experience. And the reason for this is your body must be introduced to this energy in incremental ways that is safe and supported to allow your body to acclimatize to the vibration of this higher zone. You will notice in the journey of your meditation that between the meditation and the patterning of light was a veil of energy that was removed to allow you access in conscious form to the patterning of the Metatronic field. As you lived this experience, you also understand it had an influence on the collective vibration of the DNA molecule. And this was represented in the transmission in the form of a DNA molecule inside the pyramid, sitting inside the circle where you are sitting in this quantum meditative space. You see, dear ones, everything that happens in transformation, that happens to you or through you, occurs through the access of your own DNA system. This, dear ones, is how change and transformation is ultimately delivered to the human being. We present the pictures in a metaphoric way for your understanding. In the reality of quantum space, things are not as linear as they are presented to you. For all of these things occur simultaneously and not in sequence. The sequencing is so the mind can comprehend the process at hand. This is perhaps one of the more technical messages that we have delivered to this point in time. But you see, dear ones, you are beginning to understand the field of conscious light that is patterned behind the fabric of physical creation. And on this membrane of reality, there is an energy that is moving through the crystalline structure of the earth to induce transformation that vibrates through the ground and into your feet. You are part of a collective journey. You are one of many, and many as one. You see, dear ones, we speak of unity in these transmissions, and you understand that what you do in consciousness and in energy has a collective influence by raising the vibration of both understanding and presence. this was mirrored in the teaching and in the questions that followed, so inspired by this evening's presentation. And in this light, we say to you that we recognize the capacity of your mind to begin to expand into a field of understanding, where you learn to be part of a process that serves the whole as it is focused on by the One. This may sound like a riddle or a statement of confusion. We simply wish to express to you that as you open your mind to an understanding and your reality to the experience, you are encountering things that aid in the transformation of the collective whole of humanity. We will touch upon this again when we speak of divine service in the days ahead. But for now, we wish you simply to understand the origins of the patterning that sits behind the transformation that we refer to as the Ascension. Your earth is being repatterned by structural patterns of highly integritous geometry. And these geometries create a vibration, a song, if you will, that sings to the energetic grids of the earth. Collectively, this patterning of light can be referred to as the Ascension template. And the Ascension template can be brought in meditation and in focus of consciousness closer to your realm for the time of the experience. Tonight, as we sit in the collective field of this meditation, the Ascension Grid is positioned quantumly right next door to you. It is as if you draw upon a higher primal light pattern and draw it closer to humanity and to the earth, and allow it to sing to you in ways that can assist in a vibrational shift that has the power to heal, to restructure, and to restore. These are complex concepts, but they are not beyond your understanding. This we know, for this message you draw to you by the posturing of your collective consciousness. We are here simply to facilitate a natural process, an organic journey that is in nature designed by the creative force of the universe. As you move into this time of ascension, you can imagine that the support that is present on the earth is paramount to help safely shepherd the earth through this zone of transitional energy and into a new model or a new version of conscious creation. Humanity is embedded in this creation, and the changes that are brought to the forefront of humanity are brought through the soul of an individual human being one at a time. As you collectively focus on this energy, you are beginning to understand your ability to hold an energy pattern in place that supports the transformation of the whole of humanity. You see, dear ones, there is a crystalline order at many levels and many dimensions of reality. The crystalline grid of your dear planet is going through a tremendous expansion and activation. It is opening the nodes and nulls which have a transformative power on the planet, as discussed previously. The crystalline grid is also receptive to higher vibrational influences, and it is beginning to be profoundly influenced by patterning that exists in a multi-dimensional plane, invisible to the human eye, in a way that will introduce patterning that will interface with the human creation, the human story. We share this with you as a concept in this transmission and this presentation. There is so much more to follow from this concept. We will work with each one of you in the days and months ahead to more deeply integrate the meaning of this message and this transmission. It is complex in a way that will only be fully understood when you are able to look back at the transmission from a place of experiential understanding. Do not be disarmed by any sense of confusion or inability to grasp the meaning of the words. The words are not important. It is the experience that is important. The words will take life and take shape in a way that are meaningful as you move forward in time. For now, that is enough. We invite you to move into the energy of the experience once again, and just allow yourself to feel the majesty of the light that is around you, the light that shines through you, this other dimensional plane of light and consciousness that is moving ever closer to the earth. The time will come when the outcome of this transition will be more visible and more powerfully witnessed. And yet it is not something that many people will ever fully understand. Do not worry about the details. Understand it is a natural process of unfolding, and that within you, you have the ability to be conscious of your bridge in energy between these multiple planes of reality and your presence on the earth. Be an ambassador of the light. Allow yourself to represent the patterning of a higher consciousness template in your thoughts, in your words, in your actions, and in your deeds. You see, dear ones, you are love becoming. And as we move from the lofty explanations, we remind you, the most important thing you will ever learn is your truest nature. And that, dear ones, is to love and to be loved. As we move out of this message and towards the end of this transmission, we invite you to feel within your own body and within your own mind the intensity of the love in which your soul resides. Allow it to flow into you until you are mesmerized by its beauty. And your every thought, your every word, your every deed is but a blessing and an expression of this love that lives inside. As we pull back for the time being, we remind you that together through the light of the eternal sun, we are with you, dear beings. We are one. You can see the energy of the Sirian beings lifting as if it's rising above the pyramid to the apex back through this space. And all of the energy that has been created around this experience, the pyramids above and below, begin to dissolve into space. And we're sitting in a circle, and we begin to descend in consciousness from this space back into our physical bodies. You can feel yourself drift down as if you're moving back into your physical body. And if you want to sit in this space for a while, please feel free to do so. Just let your body adjust to the experience. Meditate as long as you like. And if you're ready to come back into this space, and feel your consciousness move more fully into your body. And wiggle your toes and your fingers. And then gently allow yourself to come on back into your body and into the space around you, to the room. And take a nice big breath. And exhale. again, you can stay quietly in this space. And I'm going to turn off the microphone, the video, and I'll just stay online for a little while and see any comments in the box. And from the very bottom of my heart, I say a big thank you to each and every one of you for being present, for being who you are, for playing your role in this awakening time, which you do to perfection. And stay well, stay healthy through the next month, and hopefully we'll see you back online on April 15th.